right, since there's not too much going on today, it was no air at all, and there's just not that much action. A lot of people getting home early. We're talking to our sponsors. We want to know what they're about. We want you guys to know what they're about and understand what their support means to 2009 Key West On the Water Anarchy, brought to you by Quantum Sales. This is a guy that came on at the last second, but in a fortuitous way, because we were really looking for a fast boat that would be dry, that we could have to pop in on our mothership, our coverage boat, and grab. We've got 3 photographers, we've got a videographer, Pete here, and grab those guys and be able to get in the course without making a big wake, be maneuverable. You stepped on at the last minute with HBI boats, which frankly I hadn't heard of in 10 years. Tell us about HBI. What is it?
Well, HBI was one of the first companies to produce ribs in the United States.
Wasn't it the original rib in the US?
The original rib in the United States. And for a whole variety of reasons. They sold a lot of them. They were ubiquitous, frankly, particularly on the eastern seaboard and the west coast as well. Did a great job.
That's where I was on one, on Long Island. I think we had one as a tender for my dad's hatters.
A lot of people have, and it's got a unique set of characteristics. It's a great boat. It's extremely robust.
What characteristics? So it's robust. What else?
It's a very good sea-keeping characteristic. The hull was designed by Ray Hunt, and so it's got a terrific V-hull form, very stable, great sea-keeping qualities, very dry boats with a large carrying capacity, and that's the thing that really denotes, I think, HBI.
And how does it compare to? So you got Protector, you got Ribcraft, you got Raider. Distinguish yourself.
Everybody's out there. You know, I'm not going to knock competition
it's a competitive,
today. It's a highly competitive business, and we believe we're at the top end of the market. We've now set up a custom boats division.
Custom ribs.
Custom ribs. I see no reason why a guy that has a $50 million yacht should not have a custom rib as well.
Absolutely.
And so I think that's a very interesting market. We're geared up to provide custom design and custom manufacturing, and I think we produce a very, very high quality job. We work very closely with the customers in order to develop the boats, and I think that's a great place to be for us.
Where do you build them?
We build them in Bristol, Rhode Island, made in the United States, designed in the United States, and I think it's a good place to be. And so
you sound like you're sort of been here for a while, but you don't sound like you're from the United States.
Well, nobody knows where people say you're from Australia. No, I originated in England, but I've lived in the United States for a number of years, and what I do basically is help rebuild brands. I invest in them and take brands that really intrigue me, and I think HBI is really interesting. I think the market for ribs is very underdeveloped in the United States compared with Europe.
Really?
Very underdeveloped. And I think it's a great opportunity for very high quality ribs, and that's what HBI is.
Well, now you're a sailor, and we talked about that a little bit, and obviously, obviously by being part of our production, you recognize that the sailing industry is a big producer of ribs, or a big consumer of ribs.
Yeah, absolutely.
How will you target that demographic, that group, with your products?
We're targeting the high end, the big sailing teams. For instance, Par 40 is a perfect customer for ours. In fact, a number of Par 40 users already have HBIs.
Like who?
Alex Ropers has an HBI. He sells Gib Kane. Also has an HBI. In fact, we built a specific custom boat for him.
Really?
Yeah.
And how custom can these boats be?
These boats can be very custom. Even the hull, we can extend the length, but the basic shape has to be consistent. But we can modify the deck mold. We can extend or reduce the hull mold, and we can add a whole series of features. For instance, we're building a boat right now for a customer, 44-foot rib. This boat's going to have air conditioning. It's going to have a water maker. It's going to have heating. It's going to have the whole thing. It's going to have.
Can we borrow that for our next On the Water event?
I will ask the owner.
So, just so you guys know, and we talked about it when we were out on the warpath. We've got a mothership, which is going to be a big fishing boat. Tomorrow, we're sort of up in the air. It might end up on a garbage barge, but we've got a mothership for the week, which is a 43-foot fishing boat, because we've got to have protection and stability. And then we've got John's HBI 28, which is fully open as a camera platform to run around and shoot as much as he can. So So you guys will see the boat. We looked at it. It looks like a really cool boat. We'll sort of take you through it and show you some of the differences between, you know, maybe some of the other brands and HBI, and hopefully help John bring back a company that really was a groundbreaker in the U.S. So John, thank you for being part of our team.
Not at all. I like what you're doing for sailing.
Well, thank you. We look forward to being out there with you. You're going to have a good time. I guarantee that.
All right. I look forward to it.
All right. All right. Perfect. Right.